treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Fresno State's offense takes the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Nestles it in at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So Georgia Southern's offense has the ball for the first time. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
From the gun, the ground game. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Eagles want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's McClain. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. To the air, it's Dyer. They're looking for any type of running wide open down the gut of the field. The 20, the 10, touchdown Eagles. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Texas is in front. They've played awfully well today in DKR. And while there's no Ricky Williams or Earl Campbell out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 13 over Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And tackled there by the defense. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw again. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Eagles, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bradshaw. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, they're after him. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Punt is on its way. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Hauls it in. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
The Bulldogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. With the catch, it's Dallas. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. The Eagles in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Fresno State will have to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Brings up second down.
He'll pull it on the read, and this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long.
Third down coming up.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Got him downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We've reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
And the Eagles will hustle to the line. He leaves it with the back. Nice move there. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught in the backfield, it's Bradshaw. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Timeout.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And this one splits the uprights. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. On the ground, it's Washington.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Finds a spot in the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Right on the money. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Fresno State. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The quarterback takes a knee.
Number 25, on to kick it away.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the returner will be brought down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to